Hi, I'm Lisa Hatton. I'm the Community Center Director at St. Andrew. This year we are celebrating 50 years of community service. Back in the early 70s, we were led by Father Bert Griffin, and he was incredibly passionate about serving the entire neighborhood. But then in 1972, a disaster struck, and three people who were there are here to tell us exactly what happened. They are Tom Kelly, Susan Kelly, and Martha Kerr. Take it away.
The Neil Kelly Memorial Auction was actually birthed as a result of the burning of the community center at St. Andrews. And all of us who were involved in St. Andrews in those days were very concerned about all the services that the community center and various health help center, legal clinic, etc. offered to the neighborhood. And Neil decided that we needed to raise funds to rebuild the community center. So in 1973, we had the first building materials auction in the yard at Neil Kelly Company, and all of our suppliers and trade contractors donated building materials like faucets or sinks or bathtubs or any misordered cabinets that didn't work in the jobs we sold to somebody. And it was really a lot of fun, and we had a great time. And meanwhile, they're starting construction of the new community center. And so a couple of years later, when the community center remodel was completed, the parishioners decided that we needed to have a fun auction at the community center. So we had both for a couple of years. We had a building materials auction at Neil Kelly Company. And of course, Neil, in his ultimate wisdom, decided that we needed to bring in outside people to support this great effort. So between the building materials auction and the fun auction at the community center, we'd have a cocktail party at Neil Kelly Company, and Neil would invite all his cronies to come and give them a couple of cocktails, loosen them up, and have them come with them to the auction to support our needs. And it all worked out great.
So many of us would work hard on the setup and the arranging and the prep and all the activity that goes into putting on a big event, and worked the event and bid on items. And then at the end of the cleanup, when we were exhausted, but we were excited, happy, and wanted to keep on playing, we would all go out, many of us would go out to the Jubit's truck stop for late night breakfast and dancing. That was our reward.
Oh, to be young and foolish again.
Yeah.
We were a lot younger in those days. So I guess that, first of all, I think the point that I want to make is how incredibly valuable it's been, the effort that's put forth by the St. Andrew community. The volunteers that have supported this auction all these years and really helped make it happen. And that's parishioners, that's people on staff. Susan, all these years, my sister Susan has been the person who calls all these suppliers and trade contractors to hit them up for a donation. And that has been consistent. I mean, there's a list of donors that have really been, Chown Hardware comes to mind.
Over and over.
Just year after year. So that's pretty neat. I think it's really important for this 50th auction to be, to lay the foundation for the next 50 years. Sorry for the construction term, but that's really important. And I can see this, someday we won't be around, but there's a celebration for the 100th anniversary of the Neil Kelly auction. I just think that's a perspective for all of us to keep, that this can be the sort of relaunching of the energy that keeps this auction going for a long, long time. There's, in this day in our history, helping low-income people and helping people who are homeless, there couldn't be a better thing to support than that. And so I hope everybody comes out on October 21st.